Tonight we report on a shooting in Royal City and Moses Lake's response to the ambulance situation. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Gonzaga men blow out St. Joseph's on the hardwood. Moses Lake boys basketball has its sights set on a return trip to the postseason. Here's a glance at our Weather Center forecast.
And I know we've had a little bit of freezing fog and freezing drizzle around the area, but a more significant little band of moisture coming across Friday afternoon, Friday night. I'll tell you what that means in just a bit.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
A 29-year-old man was shot on a porch in Royal City on Tuesday. iFiber One News was able to speak to Police Chief Darren Smith on Wednesday afternoon. The chief confirmed the murder attempt and said the victim is in critical condition in Spokane. The victim and a friend were bringing beer from a car in the Royal Coachman Trailer Park in the 100 block of Catalpa Avenue. As the friend opened the box of beer on the porch, the victim saw the suspect, turned, and was shot. He went inside the home and collapsed. It appears the victim was shot in the back and it exited his abdomen. Smith said the only description of the suspect is that he is an Hispanic male. No further information was available, and the shooting remains under investigation. Remodeling work on American Legion Post 209 in Moses Lake should be ready for family Christmas dinner. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
Remodeling work on American Legion Post 209 in Moses Lake should be ready for family Christmas dinner. Joe R. Hooper Post Commander Richard Rader says the 1930s-era post's newly added banquet room should be open by then. Rader says the banquet room comes with an accessible ramp leading from the recently paved parking lot overlooking Moses Lake.
We have our heat, gas heat, and air conditioning, and the thermostat is already set for temperature in the heat in here. We got our outside lights underneath the windows there set, and we're getting our alarm system already set up.
One of 2 restrooms has been remodeled. The lodge's exterior has been repainted. Much of the work has been donated, including materials for floors and walls donated by Home Depot through a $16,000 grant. Another individual donated $5,000 for tables and chairs for the new room. Rader said Basin Heating and Electric donated a discount on the heating and air conditioning system and donated ducting under the floor outright. Most of the labor on the American Legion Hall's remodeling was donated.
If we were to have labor work, we couldn't have all this if it wasn't donated.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
Moses Lake's ambulance service is losing money, the city's finance director said in response to a presentation by 3 firefighters. Finance Director Robert Taylor responded to claims made Tuesday by a group of firefighters by saying he is not sure where they got their figures. Troy Hesse, Travis Pulliam, and Chris Mortensen told a group of community members they believe the financial issues surrounding the Moses Lake ambulance service are manufactured. They told the crowd the service actually made money during the past 3 years. Taylor disagreed, saying the service had to borrow $400,000 this year from other departments to pay salaries and other costs. In December, the City Council is expecting to look at how to make the ambulance service cost less. Possible suggestions include combining positions, change how the service operates, or increasing the ambulance utility fees. Moses Lake Police have released a photo of the person of interest in the murder of Jose Pichardo on Halloween in Moses Lake. Police are looking for Luis Suarez Galvan, an 18-year-old Moses Lake man in connection to the October 31st shooting on Valley Road. Pichardo, a 22-year-old Moses Lake man, was shot and killed while driving east on Valley Road, and his car crashed into a home at the intersection of Valley Road and Paxson Drive. Anyone with information about the shooting is asked to contact the police at 509-764-3887 or 509-762-1160. Callers can remain anonymous. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.
Attention business owners. The deadline is fast approaching to advertise in the 2015 edition of the Moses Lake Local Book. Don't be the only business left out. In print or online, it's the best way to reach your customer when they're ready to buy. Call today to place your ad by calling 877-738-9829 or by visiting us online at www.statewideyp.com. The Moses Lake Local Book Telephone Directory. Simply the best advertising.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local communities since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Hi everybody, meteorologist Don Morelli with you here on iFiber Channel 1 News Weather. Hopefully you enjoyed your Thursday, even though it was a cold one. Your forecast brought to you by Bud Cleary Toyota Dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And we are looking for not much change the next 12 to 18 hours, still as there was today. Areas of low clouds, freezing drizzle, freezing fog expected to redevelop overnight through the morning hours tomorrow, but a significant little system coming across Friday evening, Friday night brings a little bit steadier rain chance and even ending as snow possibly, even here in the basin. But generally it's the passes that are going to be a little difficult with this system. Some snow pretty heavy at times in the passes and Cascades to our west, and it looks like it'll remain a bit unsettled right through Tuesday as we slide through the next 3 to 4 days. Currently outside, well, at least the past 24 hours, we fell to 27 this morning with lots of drizzle and freezing drizzle fog. We to a trace, nothing heavy. Could have been a few slick spots out there, so hopefully we'll see more tomorrow, but well, we will see more tomorrow. Hopefully we won't see any slick spots. 35 briefly, but much of the day it was in the lower 30s this afternoon. Similar story in Moses Lake. 26 was the morning start. Trace again with the precipitation, very light, drizzly, yucky is my meteorological term for it. 31 degrees right now, already below freezing again, so we're looking for the clouds to re-thicken up with a dew point in the mid-20s, lots of moisture and a stable air mass. That air stagnation advisory is still out there, so again, not the best or cleanest of air for those of you with any sort of respiratory problems, but that sort of stability in the air keeps the clouds and drizzle across the area, especially here in the basin. Now, again, overnight tonight, clouds thickening on up and even a few sprinkles and drizzle, freezing fog to wake up to. But then you notice later in the day is what we're watching, this more significant rain event, snow event in the mountains to come across. So as that moves through, just more spotty activity through the rest of the weekend. Nothing to really hang our hat on until this system comes in with a little bit more significant precipitation to start the work week. Monday, Tuesday may see a little bit more steadier precipitation. So again, overnight tonight, some drizzle and freezing drizzle in our area. The steady and heavier precipitation coming quickly into the western areas of the state during the day. And again, coming across our area later in the day, tomorrow night into Saturday morning. Inland northwest, some sunshine, but still pretty chilly. Here in the Columbia Basin, you see that mostly cloudy skies, and again, we're looking for the precipitation to get more steadier during the afternoon and evening, mainly rain, but could end up as some snow in some areas as we slide into Saturday morning. And again, just unsettled. Watch driving through the passes. Not until midweek next week do we really clear it on out.
You don't need me to tell you that 4 and all-wheel drive time is on its way. But maybe you didn't know your local Toyota dealers are gearing up for the season with special savings on our top-selling 4 and all-wheel drive models. From tough Tundra trucks to our best-selling CUV RAV4 or Venza, the perfect blend of all-wheel drive with safety and style. Plus many others. The bottom line is exceptional 4 or all-wheel drive savings just in time for winter. For full details on these and other savings, visit any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. There's something new and exciting happening right now at your nearest Toyota dealer. It's the arrival of the all-new 2014 Corolla, now featuring a new stylish exterior, plus a premium interior loaded with technology, including Toyota's N-Tune multimedia system with navigation. Corolla has definitely evolved. The best part is, right now you could take advantage of special introductory savings. The new 2014 Corolla, available at any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
The Moses Lake Chiefs are pounding the hardwood as they prepare for their opener against Kennewick December the 5th. I had a chance to catch up with Coach John Homan to see how things are coming together.
The Chiefs are looking to do something that hasn't been accomplished in more than 2 decades. Make back-to-back trips to state. Moses Lake finished as the number 4 seed out of the Big 9 Conference and district runner-up to Wenatchee last year. The Chiefs advanced to state for the first time in 22 years, but were bounced out of the first round by Richland. Moses Lake lost some key contributors off last year's squad, but the Chiefs do have big Cesar Sandoval and Tyson Karstetter returning, along with wingman Mitch Homan, who is deadly from three-point range. Coach John Homan says he's excited to get things going.
I'm looking forward to the season. I think, these guys have, they had a great summer. We got to do some really neat things as a team and go down to California, which was awesome.
Wenatchee and Davis are expected to be among the top contenders in the conference again this season. Eastmont is loaded with talent too and will give teams a run for their money as well. Holman said he believes the Chiefs have the pieces in place to compete for the league title this season, and in doing so, punch their return ticket to the big dance.
We always do. We always do. That's why we come to work, and these guys work hard.
It was a dismantling in Spokane last night with Gonzaga crushing St. Joseph's 94-42. The Zags scored early and often in this one, jumping out to a 48-10 halftime lead. Gary Bell Jr. led the way for the Zags with 18 points. He made 5 of 8 shots from behind the arc. USC transfer Byron Wesley had 12 points and 6 assists for Gonzaga. The 52-point difference was the worst defeat in school history for St. Joseph's. The win gives Gonzaga 28 straight home victories dating back to 2012. Bulldog freshman Domantas Sabonis continued to impress with 10 points and 11 rebounds in only 19 minutes of play. Gonzaga will look to keep things rolling Saturday, hosting St. Thomas Aquinas. The number 2 ranked Ephrata Tigers take on Squalcombe in a semifinal state soccer match at Shoreline Stadium Friday. The team will advance to Saturday's championship game with a win. This is the deepest postseason run for the Tigers since Ephrata brought home 4th place hardware in 1999. Lions Field will be the neutral site for 3 state football games this weekend. Okanagan takes on Davenport Friday night at 7. Royal matches up with Colville Saturday afternoon at 1. And Ellensburg and Prosser go at it at 4. We'll be right back after this.
Searching for that perfect place to settle down? Whether you're looking for an elegant single-story, spacious two-story, or a custom home on acreage, Aho Construction can aid your decision with a streamlined production process that saves time, money, and natural resources. Compare us to other builders and see for yourself what advantages you can get by choosing an Aho home. Our philosophy is that we do things right the first time around. Start planning your dream house today with Aho Construction. Call 509-766-1366.
Just when I thought the blizzard couldn't get any better, DQ put the blizzard inside a waffle cone. This is mind-blowing. So when DQ asked me how I would tell the world, I said, Sounds better in Italian.
Pretty impressive, Liz. Any blizzard, like confetti cake, now in a fresh baked waffle cone. This is fan food, not fast food.
Our spotlight story tonight is about one of the largest canned food drives in Grant County. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
The largest single community food drive to benefit Moses Lake Food Bank is underway through Saturday. Samaritan Healthcare Hospital's turkey and canned food drive takes place in entrances to Moses Lake Safeway Supermarket at 601 South Pioneer Way. Community Services of Moses Lake, which runs the food bank, estimates the turkey drive helps many of those 1,600 families it serves. The man who has headed up the drive for 14 years is fondly known at Samaritan Hospital as Turkey Dave Campbell.
We actually have people ask us about the food drive 2-3 months in advance. When are we doing it? They want to be able to support it. The community is very generous. We've already collected about $8,000 in cash from a mailer that we did, and all of that money goes to the food bank, and they use all that money to buy additional food here at Safeway that's in short supply.
Campbell said businesses, individuals, and hospital staff donate to the food bank through the hospital's food drive. Samaritan staff's motto, poultry for the people, a turkey in every oven this Thanksgiving.
The medical staff of the hospital have already donated $3,500 to the turkey drive, so that's $3,500 of the $8,000 that we've already collected.
Campbell explained where the turkey drive idea originated.
We picked up the idea from Tom's Turkey Drive in Spokane. Tom Sherry, that's a weather forecaster on KREM TV, started that in Spokane, and we said, wow, hey, if they can do that in Spokane, we can do that in Moses Lake.
The effort took off and has since raised hundreds of turkeys and food bags, plus thousands of dollars in donations.
Last year we collected just under 300 frozen turkeys, over 9,000 pounds of canned goods and other goods, and almost $10,000 total cash last year.
Margie Milbrandt, who has volunteered as a Samaritan turkey and food collector at Safeway for all 14 years of the drive, explained why she does it.
It's a good cause. It's fun. We get to talk to people in the community and get our name out there for Samaritan and help contribute to the food bank and help those in need.
Campbell said the effort has taken on a life of its own.
It's less turkeys than early on, but much more cash and canned goods. We started out just doing turkeys originally, and then as like I say, the price of turkeys have gone up. We've expanded to taking canned goods and cash. And so we actually collect more overall than the early years, but it was mostly turkeys the early years. Today it's probably a third turkeys, a third canned goods, and a third cash.
The Samaritan Turkey and Canned Food Drive at Safeway runs from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday and Saturday. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
We'll be right back after this.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Are your kids rough on your furniture? Things looking a little run down? Then come to More Furniture in Ephrata and we can help get things back in order. We have all the top name brands made with strong quality support, including Sealy Posturepedic mattresses, because whatever you do in bed, Sealy supports it. The next time your furniture is in need of some replacing, stop into More Furniture in Ephrata, locally owned and trusted for over 100 years.
Welcome back. Quincy officials fixed at least one of the issues raised during a recent state audit of the city. The city council approved a contract with the company Cerulean on Tuesday night. The company allows people to register for recreation programs online. It costs the city $50 per account, plus a charge based on the amount of customers using their credit cards to register. The auditors recently issued a management letter to the city pointing out the city was using Cerulean's service, but didn't have a contract with the company. Recreation Director Russ Harrington said it was an oversight. A mother and son were arrested after she allegedly told him to get a pistol from their SUV during an argument at the Goodwill store. Ruby De La Rosa, a 38-year-old Moses Lake woman, and Jose De La Rosa, an 18-year-old Moses Lake resident, were arrested for felony harassment and unlawful possession of a firearm on Wednesday afternoon. Moses Lake police responded to a report of two people fighting at the Goodwill store. The fight had ended and one party left before the officers arrived. Captain Dave Sands said on Thursday that employees told police that Ruby De La Rosa reportedly pushed a 41-year-old woman to the floor and told her teenage son to get a pistol from her Jeep Cherokee. The mother and son were arrested. A Kennewick woman was injured after she drove her car off the road south of Mattawa Tuesday night. Araceli Perez, the 39-year-old driver, was going north on State Route 243 when her 2009 Honda Civic crossed the center line about 13 miles south of Mattawa. According to the Washington State Patrol, she reportedly drove off the left side of the road and the car rolled sideways. Perez was taken to Cadillac Medical Center in Richland for her injuries. The State Patrol reported the crash was allegedly caused by driving off the road and issued her a ticket for having her wheels off the roadway. There's nothing new about people waking up feeling old and tired of going to work, but finding someone that keeps going after turning 100 years old, now that's pretty special. Reporter Kevin Torres tells us about a special lady.
She's got a heart of gold, and that's just her passion, is work.
Go ahead and ask any employee at George Sanders Company in Wheat Ridge how long they'll work for.
That's a good question. I have no idea.
And chances are their response won't come out as easy as Audrey Archer's.
I think her original plan was only to work here for 5 years. She loved it that much where she's just stuck around, and I think she's enjoyed it.
Every time Audrey had a chance to turn the page and retire, she turned it down.
Well, I like most everything. I have to. I've been here 50 years.
You heard right, 50 years.
So when I first came here, we had 6 employees.
Throughout that time, Audrey has seen this company grow, along with its staff size.
About 160.
50 years on the job has earned Audrey the title of one of the longest-serving employees at her company.
Mm-hmm.
And while that might seem impressive, wait till you hear about her other milestone.
It tells it on July 26th, I turned 100 years old. Tough times don't last, tough people do.
Yep, at 100 years old, Audrey Archer is still digging deep into her career.
My husband passed away, but I was working when he was alive too, and it's just part of my life.
She says it keeps her young. And while she'd like to work for more than a few days a week, others suggest she only work part-time.
I don't work full-time now. I just as soon work full-time, but I just don't.
If it were up to Audrey, she would be here 5 days a week, likely clocking in 50 to 60 hours.
I don't know how long I will work, but as long as I'm able, I will work.
The younger employees can learn a lot from her.
She's born in a time where I guess work is just everything that they do or did back then.
Get those people called, and they're probably sitting there anxiously awaiting.
Certainly wonder. Laugh all you want, but reality is they just don't make them anymore, quite like they made Audrey.
It's just what I need to do. Hi, has Gary come in yet?
I think that's something she'll do until...
Oh, he is.
Until the day she dies.
So here's to you, Audrey Archer.
15, 14, 12.
The number of years you've worked and lived should give us all something to strive for.
And this is certainly part of my life.
And that's going to do it for us here at I-501 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.